Good morning, children. This is the last part of the unit, Matter and Materials. In today's class, we are going to learn about solubility of solids in water and about mixing. Solubility of solids in water. What is solubility? Solubility is the ability of a substance to mix into a liquid. Solubility is the ability of a substance to mix into a liquid. In other words, it is a measure of how much of a given substance will dissolve in liquid. We can also say that it is a measure of how much of given substance will dissolve in liquid. So what are soluble substances? Soluble substances are those which disappear when mixed with water. Soluble substances are those which disappear or dissolve when mixed with water. Examples. Some of the examples are salt and sugar. They both disappear when mixed with water. Insoluble substances. Insoluble substances are those which don't disappear or dissolve when mixed with water. Examples: chalk, sand and sawdust. Insoluble substances are those which don't disappear or dissolve when mixed with water. Let's see an activity to understand more about solubility of solids in water.
Let us differentiate soluble and insoluble materials. Requirements: beakers, water, spoon, sugar, salt, sand, chalk, marker. Take 4 beakers each of capacity 100 ml. Fill 3/4 of the beakers with water. Mark the first beaker as sugar, second beaker as salt, third as sand, and fourth as chalk powder. Take a tablespoon of each substance and add it to its corresponding beaker. Stir the substances for about 5 minutes. Let the beakers remain idle for 10 minutes. Observation: in beaker 1 and 2, the substances have dissolved or disappeared. In beaker 3 and 4, substances have settled down at the bottom. Conclusion: these substances which completely mix in water are soluble. The substances which do not mix in water are insoluble.
Now we will learn about mixing. Certain liquids are heavier than other liquids. When you attempt to mix liquids which have different densities, they separate when you stop mixing them. The heavier liquids deposits at the bottom and the lighter liquid floats on the top. Miscible and immiscible liquids. Miscible liquids are liquids which are able to mix. Immiscible liquids are liquids which are unable to mix. Now we will see another activity to understand about miscible and immiscible liquids.
Aim: let us differentiate miscible and immiscible liquids. Requirements: beakers, water, spoon, 5 ml of measuring cylinder, vinegar, lemon juice, kerosene, coconut oil, mustard oil, marker. Take 5 beakers 100 ml each. Fill 3/4 of the beakers with water. Take the first beaker and mark vinegar on it. Take the second beaker and mark it as lemon juice, third as kerosene, fourth as coconut oil, and fifth as mustard oil. Add 5 ml of each liquid in its corresponding beakers. Stir in each beaker for 5 minutes. Let the beakers remain idle for 10 minutes. Observation. Substances in beaker 1 and 2 get mixed up well and form homogeneous solution. These liquids are miscible. Beakers 3, 4 and 5 form separate layer and therefore are immiscible.
Thank you, children. With this, our second unit is completed.